Hello, folks. How y'all doing? It's Friday again here. And yes, yesterday was a long day, especially a long night. I hope you guys survived that debate. Not about politics, so I'll leave that for somebody else who have a better podcast than me. But the truth is yeah, that was hard. So let's go on to something a lot lighter and hopefully a lot better. Yeah, this we've been having a lot going on. I don't believe I did a podcast last week, so let me try to catch up on everything and give you statuses. Because the truth was, not a lot changed last week, but this week, as you noticed, I made a few announcements on, about AnimeNJ and also about the Kamen Rider, and we were able to definitely get. Some good news out there. So let's start with the other jobs first, though. As you guys know, we did start to ship the Private Passions and Portraits of Passion. Those are both shipping now. They're out there. They've been released. I did put pics up there of it, and you could buy them at the storefront or wherever you feel like, your Amazon, your local vendor, wherever you like. So that's all out there, and that's great news. Next, as far as the next stuff going down is we do actually have a new batch of adult anime coming down the pike. There are some names in the works right now. We don't have them all set just yet. I know it's like Salacious something like that. So, but we do have names. We will be announcing very soon another Blu-ray, similar, multi stories, that kind of thing, and that'll be coming out again because of our being so busy. This will again be a sub-only release, but there are some good ones in there, and I think you guys will, like having them on HD. So that's all coming down the road. We'll make more announcements on that. So again, more new stuff coming down. Now, for the next stuff, as far as the Hentai Kamen goes, Hentai Kamen definitely is now in the final of mixing. We were missing a few voices. We had some issues with the M&Es, but it looks like by next week we'll be able to get into actually the final authoring of it. So that's pretty exciting. Then what we'll be able to do is then we can get to the BD. So I'm hoping by next week we'll be able to actually send off to the replicator the BD, which would be great for us. So that's something we're really looking forward to and getting that done. So that should be the next title down the line, other than the adult animation. The adult animation will probably not be done by that time. So I do think that the Hentai Kamen will be the first one as far as the next set of announcements. But before that, as we've been doing a lot of catch up here, we're also getting another pack out. As you know, we did the Zebra Man pack. We did also the Machine Girl Chronicle pack. Now what's going to come out is what we're going to call the Horror Noir pack, which is basically Voodoo Virus and Shadow. So that one is coming down. We're trying to basically pack a lot of the stuff that we have here, put them a little bit more reasonable price since the sales have, kind of been so as far as the individual. So it's good to sometimes do that and offer it. In the Zebra Man case and Machine Girl, it wasn't so much that. That was just that we figured we should put some new SKUs, get them out there because we ran out. So we wanted to kind of get it back out there. Now, the next set of stuff to mention as far as new stuff coming down the line is Chubra. Chubra, we're doing this a little bit different. Yara, she's involved with the dub on that one. She did a lot of the work. She's kind of leading the project. What happened was we wanted to test now some of the remote dubbing. So that's been tested. It seems to be that it's working pretty well. And the next step now is to get the voice actors scheduled and get that going. That project, again, is much more long-term. It won't be till the end of the year, I think, till we really get that thing out and get it done, because it is a large project with that many episodes, and that's been our problem. We have a lot of large projects, and too many of them are just taking forever. Which brings up the next one is Fudo. Fudo is pretty much, it's done. It's ready to go to authoring. As you know, Media OCD, they did a lot of work on it. We did a lot of work. We're just waiting on approval from Japan on the HDR file. That one should be, again, another one that's not too far behind Hentai Kamen. So those two and the adult, I do figure, will all be on the horizon very soon. We'll be able to finally get them done and put them out, because we really need to kind of get these bigger projects out and done so we could go back to a little bit more just steadier, quicker releases. The biggest one, obviously, is good old Kamen Rider. So, as far as Kamen Rider goes, as you know, last week we made the big announcement. Thanks to all the guys involved with it, Matt and Teamy, and Kevin, we were able to get a interview with Keiyta Amemiya. It's a never seen before interview. He talks about the stuff. I think that's great. I haven't seen the cut of it yet. They're working on that. That'll be coming down. I just got that pic of it, and I'm very excited about it that we could have that. The other thing too is, fingers crossed, we don't know. We're trying to talk to him about coming to AnimeNJ. So still very much up in the air. I don't know if it's going to happen. If details of that happen, we would love to have him here stateside, and we could premiere it there, do all that stuff. I think that'd be fantastic. So let's see what happens with that. But otherwise, though, the release keeps coming together. As you know, we keep adding more and more to it. And it's just going to keep growing at this point. But I do think this should be one of the last extras that we're adding to it. And as you know, on the low-cost version, when eventually that does come out, we did decide that World will be on there, but you're not going to get these interviews. You're not going to get the commentaries. You're not going to get the liner notes. One other thing is that when they did the interview with Keiyta Amemiya, as you can see, he was wearing that really cool shirt. But more than that, he also had a lot of artwork, original artwork that he created for the movies, and it's just beautiful stuff. We're trying to see if we can be able to use that in our packaging. We're trying to get the approvals on that, trying to see what happens. Again, that's still not, confirmed. But the interview itself, the commentaries, the liner notes, special packaging, limited edition, that's all been done. We did raise the numbers a little bit on it because now we feel, it just has so much. We gotta keep, I think more people should have this version than the low-cost version. So we're trying to do that. And that's really it. I don't want to make it just a speculator market. We want people to actually really enjoy the films and keep it for that reason. But, speculators are out there. I know them. I'm one of them in many ways. So, that's all happening as well. Now, the last thing is AnimeNJ. AnimeNJ now has officially gone into full force. All right. So we started the advertising. As you know, we did move spaces. We did wind up going from Woodcliff Lake, and we went to Hasbrook Heights because of the hotel closing down there. We love the new space. The dealer's room is still, there are some tables still available. Most of those are gone. Most will be returning vendors. The other thing too is that we did also, Artist Alley, that's sold out in minutes. So that's not available anymore for anybody who's trying to do that. But the big thing for us is getting the guests. We had some really decent guests. Sakamoto was a big one for us. And for this year, one of our biggest right now is Lotus Juice. And I think he'll be the biggest no matter what. The guy has a great credit and what. He is actually a local New Jersey native. I'll put the video here that I've been putting everywhere else, but he'll tell you about it.
What's going on? My name is Lotus Juice, and I have an announcement to make. I will be performing at AnimeNJ in November. Yes, that's my home state. It's a homecoming for me, my first time performing in New Jersey. So very, very excited. Make sure you be there. Check out the website and get your tickets now. Peace out.
Now, besides Lotus Juice, we do have more guests. I mean, we definitely, when it comes to guests, I think as far as this goes, we definitely are adding to the roster pretty quickly. So, as you know, last year we did have Caitlin Barr, and Caitlin's great. She'll be returning. We do have Yara. Yara will be back. She is returning. And also, we do have Emily Kramer, our Pokemon premiere guest. She'll be here. Now, in addition to those three, we added now, this year we have Mark Swint. He'll be coming down to visit us. He's, I believe, a Philly native. He'll be there. Brittany Lauda, she worked with us for many years. She was one of the first ones. She worked on Judan-chan. She worked on Lady vs. Butler. And her partner is Matt Shippen, and he'll be here. He's worked on a lot of different titles. I know he's a big, Toku fan, and that would be great. One of our big ones also is Jonah Scott. Jonah has worked with us for a long time. He's done actually actually some of all our different titles. He is, I believe, working on us more stuff as we speak. So we love Jonah. We didn't have him last year. He was West Coast, I believe, and we just couldn't really get him here. But the thing is, this year, we made it happen, and he's definitely one of our big voice actors that we'll be having. There are a couple more in the mix that we'll be doing. So, keep up. What we're going to start to do now is advertise it and get the word out a lot more. We started where we're, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Caitlin's already been like her card or whatever you want to call it. We've been putting it out there. And now we'll start adding all the other folks. And until we hit November 22nd, that month, we will just advertise the heck out of it. The space is about the same size as Woodcliff Lake, but really not. It's definitely a little bit smaller in some instances, so we will have limited space, and we're really concerned, especially with Lotus Juice coming there, and the response he got in Boston is just how well will he do, for us, and, can we handle it and all those kind of stuff. We are having the Sky Ballroom. He will be performing up there. He will have his own table. There will be interviews. The same thing with all the other folks here. They will be doing signatures. They will be, doing interviews and all those kind of things. So that's all happening. For people interested in like signing up for programming and some of the other areas, we haven't started the programming part of the website yet, but definitely you should still contact us. Let us know. This year we plan on having a full-blown cosplay. We're not going to have like last time it was really just a smaller version of it because we did it kind of last minute, but now we have the folks in charge are there at, with Jack and what he's going to do a great job, and they did a great job already. And, I really look forward to what they're doing. We're going to have the video game room. We did have Pokemon cards last year. I plan on trying to have that again, having more of a trading card tournament, also like I said, more of an official cosplay. We had a video game, and we're going to have that even more. The other part we're trying to do too is we're going to be adding a model display area. So people who want to display their really, beautiful model kits and the work they did on them, we're going to have that. So you're going to have a little bit of everything this year. And with LJ, that actually adds the music component, which I wasn't sure about we were going to do so quickly, but that has come together. Hasbrook Heights and the place we're at right now, much better location in terms of just to get to. Definitely has buses. It's very easy. I think Woodcliff Lake, while being a great location, it was tougher for people from New York City and all that. The other thing too, the dates. I love the dates. Now that Anime NYC is in August, I think these dates are much better. I think people will really get a kick out of them. But we still want the show to be personal. That was what I really liked about last year. I really felt the show was personal. It reminded me of the old time shows, reminded me of old time ways. And we want that still the feel for the attendee. The show for us is all about the attendees, everybody in terms of dealers, the artists, everybody. We still will have an 18 plus area. We want it to be about the attendees, that they'll be able to have a really great experience, enjoy themselves, and want to come back next year. I think, we got some good responses this year, last year, and we want to keep that up. So definitely keep an eye out. You're going to have a lot more AnimeNJ stuff coming down, and we look forward to, having a great year with that. And we'll see, I think there's going to be even more guest announcements, believe it or not. But even if not guest announcements, there'll be more and more. We'll be focusing. I plan on doing a video maybe on each guest or on each area and see what we can do. But we got to get the word, continue to get it out. All right. I think that covers everything for this week, guys.